Jessica and Nick, they're here too. Just got to throw that in there. It is a rite of passage, college move-in day, but this year it will not look anything like this, which is from last year's hectic ASU move-in.
And it's going to be 113, so it is just going to be a difficult day. You know, lots of excitement before, but this year you're actually going to have to make an appointment, stay 6 feet away from each other, and for some, drop your stuff off and then leave.
Yeah, very different from the crowded staircase at PV East that I experienced just 5 years ago.
The heat is the same though.
Yeah,
the brutal heat is the same, I remember that.
She's in Tempe where it's all going to happen today.
Ladies, I never thought that I would be so excited to see 90 degrees, but it feels so good outside compared to the 117 that we felt yesterday. Yes, we are here on ASU's Tempe campus. This is just north of Sun Devil Stadium. You know, the shade structures out here. Well, they have all of the flags up ready for people to come and check in. Students and their parents, they'll be able to drive through this area and they'll be greeted by this big tent. We can see all of the volunteers starting to show up. So this all starts at 7 o'clock this morning. We're about an hour away. And you can see everyone gearing up. They've got all the dorm keys here. So what's going to happen is students will come up through this drive-through and then get their dorm keys and then go ahead and check in. So I want to show you, they are prepared for the heat. They've got a bunch of ice water here. I'm actually surprised the ice hasn't melted over the last hour that it's been out here. So again, this is the parking lot off north of Rio Salado Parkway. And I want to show you some video, though, from last weekend. A total of 13,000 students are expected to move on campus. Some of the COVID precautions include no visitor policies and that you have to wear a mask in the dorms. So back out here live, you can see that everyone is getting nice and set. Ladies, I am not a Sun Devil. I can't pretend to be. I know that you guys have adopted me as one. I went to NAU. My first dorm was Riley. They've got all the dorms listed out here. Palo Verde West, Tucker House. Jamie, you mentioned one dorm that you were in. Kylie, where did you live?
I was in Hacienda or Adelphi. Do you see any of those?
I saw Adelphi. I just couldn't pronounce it. Oh. Full transparency.
We like that.
We'll take you, you little lumberjack. We'll take you. Thanks, Etch.
Thank you, Kim. Interesting conversation there. Well, everybody is getting things set for move-in day for ASU students over in Tempe, but this year it's looking a whole lot different.
No doubt about it. Today, the university is moving away from the usual traditions to make sure all students can stay safe from COVID-19. Maria, the Hatch, she is joining us from downtown Tempe with more on the changes that they're making. Maria, good morning.
Good morning. I'm actually here on ASU's Tempe campus. So we've got several cars in line. Check-in just started. So here's the thing. School starts on August 20th. That's on Thursday, but this is the big move-in weekend. They've actually spread this out. Organizers have spread this out over the last few days, so they're not cramming everybody in on Saturday and Sunday, and that is to help manage social distancing. So you can see the cars in line. I've talked to a few of them. Some of them from California. We've got volunteers here. You basically drive up and get your dorm key. I do want to note you have to test negative for COVID-19 in order to move into your dorms. And if you're not able to, if you don't have that test, they have free tests on campus in order for you to get that done. And results could come back between 24 and 48 hours. So in the meantime, you're not able to move in. But check out, we've got this truck from California. We've got their bookshelves. They have their clothes and all getting ready to move in. I want to talk to Dad over here. You tell me that you're coming from California.
Yes, we are.
How excited are you to have drop off your daughter to ASU?
I'm excited, but emotional. It's the first time I'm letting her go. And she has to be in her room by 5 o'clock, like the dean said.
So this is a lot different from the past. So they used to have it at one of the stadiums here, Desert Financial Stadium. There'd be lots of music, lots of hoopla.
Yeah.
Today it's just a drive-through situation. How do you feel about the changes and having to wear masks?
You know, it don't bother me. I mean, it is what it is. You know, as long as I get to share this experience with her, you know. She's the first one in my family to go to a major university, and my oldest daughter was a Marine, but this one's going to a university, so now we're Sun Devils, and she comes from Apple Valley High School, and they're Sun Devils.
All right. I know you got to get going, get the rest of the crowd moving, so thank you so much for talking to us this morning.
Thank
Again,
you.
an emotional day for a lot of parents dropping off their kids. So I do want to bring in the Dean of Students, Dr. Aska. She is with us this morning and supervising as everyone rolls on through this area. Again, we're just north of Sun Devil Stadium. Good morning.
Good morning. This is a wonderful opportunity for our families and our students to be able to come. The students who are choosing to live on campus, we're excited to be able to do this in a safe way, physically distancing as you continue to share, but really being able to share in the experience with them.
And how are you feeling, though it's not as exciting with all of the music and the crowds of people? I mean, everyone's really spaced out with appointments.
Yeah, you know, this is part of the way in which we're ensuring everybody stays safe, but as that family member just shared, what's important to them is that they're having the experience together with their Sun Devil. And the fact that we could create that opportunity for them, I think is part of the excitement that we want to focus on with them.
All right, Dr. Aska, thank you so much for joining us this morning. One thing to note for these parents, once they drop their child off at the dorms, they're not able to go back in later in the semester. So it's really hug them tight, kiss them, tell them you love them, do a lot of FaceTime because of COVID-19 restrictions. They're literally dropping their kids off with all their stuff, and they really do have to say goodbye for a few months. Ladies.
Oh, this makes me so sad. This is a little bit embarrassing, but I remember when I said goodbye to my family, I was really upset, and I wrote each of them a letter, and I gave them to each of them in the dorm room, and we were all bawling, even my little brother at the time. And so it's hard that they're not going to have those moments. Definitely an unusual situation for sure.
No doubt about it. Rip the Band-Aid, I suppose.
Kylie,
It'll still be fun.
Rip the Band-Aid. That's how my parents were. They're like, bye, see ya, talk to you
Happy 4
later.
years.
Text
Done.
me. Yeah. And I said, bye back. So it just depends on the family. But Kylie, I feel you.
Yeah, no, it's
There are times
definitely
I
hard.
just
I'm sure
cry
it's a mix,
later.
you know.
Yeah.
Some families are ready to say bye, and then others, you know, it's definitely a little bit harder. Thanks, Maria, though. We appreciate it.